Which channel works best? YouTube, Facebook, Google. YouTube, Facebook, Google. No, I didn't answer wrongly. YouTube, Facebook, Google is like a cuisine. A doctor will tell you that you cannot just eat meat, you also need to eat vegetables, you also need to eat fruits, vice versa, in order to have a healthy diet. YouTube is like a library, people go there to learn and be entertained. Facebook is a bar, people go there to socialize and to kepo. They do not conflict each other, they complement each other. You need to have a balanced strategy just like you have a balanced diet. That's why in our agency, we practice channel fluidity. We do not charge a setup fee for every single channel, unlike other companies. We also do not charge for every single ad that we create on each channel, Facebook and Google. It doesn't make sense to us as a performance agency. We serve a cuisine, YouTube, Facebook, Google, not a la carte. Why? Because it is not up to the marketer to decide which one is best. You should let your market tell you which channel is best for your business. In other words, we run our client ads on at least 2 to 3 channels with no setup fees, and we let the data tell us the answer. We do not be presumptuous and assume we know everything. Once we find out from the data that your business works well in YouTube, for example, we may allocate a ratio of 70-20-10. 70% of your budget goes to YouTube, 20 to Facebook, 10 to Google. Then we review it on a monthly basis. There are certain months that the search volume on Google increases and it makes sense to push more budget to Google to capture the opportunity. Market changes very fast. There is no one best platform for your business forever, so you have to be fluid. Secondly, you can maximize your ads. Let me ask you, when you spend a few thousands of dollars to make a YouTube video, how confident are you that it will work? How confident are you that your message is solid and will trigger your audience to convert? What if I tell you that there is a way to validate your content? Take it from the movie industry where they spend millions to make a movie. Have you ever wondered why many movies are based on books? In fact, many of the most successful movie series are adapted from books. For example, Harry Potter, Forrest Gump, Lord of the Rings, and our favorite Marvel Avengers. Movies that are based on books are more likely to succeed. Why? Because it is proven. The keyword here is proven. That's why before you do video, you have to validate your ad angle first. So here's the trick. We run ad copies on Facebook first, and after that ad angle is proven to work, we then turn them into videos. Only thereafter we run it on YouTube to bring the campaign to the next level. The problem when you run YouTube off the bat is that you take a lot of risks. Imagine spending thousands of dollars to film a video and you don't know whether it will work. Of course, I'm not saying any ad is guaranteed to work, but if you validate on Facebook first, your chances of hitting the right message is so much higher. If the movie industry worth billions of dollars is using the validation method, why are you not using? Assumptions kill businesses. Third of all, omnipresence is the way to go. Nowadays, people do not convert immediately. For example, you see an ad on YouTube and you're like, interesting. The next day you go to Facebook, you see the ad from the same business again, but you were distracted by something else. Eventually, a certain need arises and you do a Google search and you saw the ad from the same familiar business again. Finally, you converted into a customer. This is a typical behavior today. These days, multiple touch points are required to convert a customer. According to Salesforce, you need an average of 7 touches to make a conversion. This is why being omnipresent is so important. You need to be everywhere in today's crowded internet world. You might be thinking, wow, isn't that very expensive? I need to pay Google, Facebook, YouTube ad budget. There's a trick to it, my friend. You don't have to spend like MNCs do. We can set retargeting on Facebook so that we show our ads only to people who have watched our video and click on our ad on YouTube. This is cross-channel retargeting. This way, you're not targeting everyone on Facebook and blowing your budget. It's like sometimes you browse a product on Lazada and after that it follows you everywhere. That's retargeting. Retargeting is very cost effective and you can see results with as little as $20-$30 per day. Again, for our agency, we look at YouTube, Facebook, Google as one whole cuisine and we do not impose any minimum budget for a particular channel. Likewise, on Google, you can also create this ad known as RLSA, Remarketing List for search ads, so that only warm audience will see your ads when they do a search. This way you can save a lot of money. Besides, don't forget, YouTube is also under Google, so the data from Google will cross-pollinate your YouTube targeting, such as the search keywords, conversion data, etc. So it makes sense to do both YouTube and Google. Now the question is, do you want to be everywhere and omnipresent without having to spend MNC level budget? Do you want to achieve maximum ROI with budget fluidity? Before you spend a few thousand to do a video, why not spend 30 minutes to talk to us? Find out what works for your industry based on a data-driven approach. Stop doing your marketing based on opinion, but rather real data. We don't practice sales talk or pressure selling. It's a session to find out about mutual fit. If there's no fit, then we're upfront with you. So you can click below to request for a free consultation now.